What if I told you a single Canadian law just slammed the door on billions in US exports overnight? Farms drowning in surplus. Small towns on the brink. Family businesses older than the interstate vanishing. And it's not random, certain states are about to feel it first. So which states will collapse under this trade shock? And is there any way back? Stay with me, because if you live in these places, this fallout will find you. This is not a theory. Canada's Bill C-202 is real, it's law, and the ripple effect has already hit the first trucks, silos, and paychecks. I'll count down the 10 states most exposed, and why what happens next could rewrite America's farm belt forever. Number 10. California. California, the undisputed king of American milk. Over 1 in 5 gallons in the US comes from here. But in 2025, that crown is crushing its own farmers. In the Central Valley, towns like Tulare, Merced, and Modesto milk trucks sit lined up for hours. Processing plants are full. Co-ops are telling farmers, "Don't deliver today, we can't take it." So what do you do with 50,000 gallons of milk that can't cross the border? Some are forced to dump it back into the soil. Prices tank. Small family dairies lose $1,000 to $2,000 a day, some are one bad month away from bankruptcy. It's not just the farms. Truckers lose contracts. Feed mills cut shifts. Diners, hardware stores, local vets, everyone from the mechanic to the school fundraiser feels the pain. And here's the kicker, when small farms shut down, big processors buy milk dirt cheap, but you won't see cheaper prices in the store. So ask yourself, if California cracks first, who's next? Before we hit the next state, make sure you're subscribed, these updates are moving fast and you don't want to miss what's coming. Number 9, Wisconsin. Wisconsin wears its dairy crown with pride, America's dairyland. But that slogan might be headed for the scrap heap. In towns like Green Bay, Eau Claire, and Sheboygan, local cheese factories can't move inventory north anymore. Canada's new trade barricade means billions in cheese, butter, and milk have nowhere to go. Warehouses fill up. Farmers slash herds. Rural co-ops cut their by orders. And when dairy dries up, so do the rural schools funded by farm taxes. What happens when a fourth-generation farm closes its barn doors for good? Small-town diners lose breakfast crowds. Feed stores shut. Truck drivers get fewer routes. People think dairy's collapse stops at the farm fence, but it doesn't. It's Main Street that crumbles next. Number 8. Idaho. Idaho has been the quiet success story, 4th biggest milk state now. But that boom could bust fast. In Twin Falls and Jerome County, new barns popped up like mushrooms last year, all built on the promise of big exports. Now, Canada's door is slammed shut. Storage tanks brim. Some co-ops are whispering the unthinkable, mass dumping. Raw milk prices are dropping below cost. Young family farms, the ones who just went all in on new cows and machinery, are drowning in debt. Meanwhile, the local trucker who hauls feed, the neighbor who services tractors, all stand to lose when the dairy faucet tightens. When the big processors slow down shifts, entire rural communities hold their breath. And in Idaho, it's all happening right now. Number 7. New York. New York, you think Wall Street, but upstate is old dairy country. Places like Batavia and Cortland churn out world-class milk, cheese, and yogurt. But when Canada slammed the border on dairy, shipments stalled overnight. Suddenly, tanks overflow. Small farms are asked to cut production, an idea that would have sounded insane just 2 years ago. The trickle-down hits fast, milk haulers lose runs, processors cut orders, local schools lose tax support. Family dairies with century-old barns have to choose, sell cows, take on new debt, or shut down for good. And here's the twist, the same New York farmers who fed millions now risk selling off land for pennies just to pay back the bank. Quick pause, what do you think? Could your state be next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read every one. Number 6, Texas. Texas isn't just oil and cattle anymore, it's America's dairy upstart. Panhandle dairies in Amarillo and Lubbock saw record expansions. New barns, more cows, new milk tankers. But those shiny new tanks mean nothing if they can't unload across the northern border. Canada was the failsafe for surplus, now that's gone. Milk prices crashed. Processing plants in West Texas are turning tankers away. Some farmers are dumping thousands of gallons in dry fields. Truckers idle. Local feed mills slow. Even diners and convenience stores see fewer regulars. The hardest hit? The young farmers who borrowed big betting on steady export cash. Now, they owe lenders more than their milk checks can cover. Number 5, Pennsylvania. Rolling Hills, Red Barns, Pennsylvania has long been a backbone of small family dairies. But behind the postcard scenes, stress is rising fast. In Lancaster and Center County, co-ops are telling small farms, we can't take all your milk. Shipments to Canada are dead. Prices at auction are slipping. And tight margins have vanished. Many Amish and Mennonite farms rely on cash flow to keep multi-generational barns alive. When that dries up, they cancel equipment repairs, cull herds, and pray for a new buyer. The rural web of mechanics, feed shops, fuel deliveries starts shrinking too. When the dairy money slows, entire counties feel the chill. Number 4, Michigan. Michigan's dairy industry runs like clockwork, efficient herds, top-tier processors. But no system can outrun a slammed border. Tanks at processing plants in Grand Rapids and Lansing are overflowing. Cold storage is packed. Specialty cheeses once destined for Toronto sit unsold. Raw milk prices are down 30% in some spots. Small operations are the first to go. Truck routes dry up. Local schools and diners lose a backbone. And feed mills that once ran 24/7 see dark days. If Michigan's dairy machine jams, thousands of rural jobs vanish with it. If you're finding this eye-opening, smash that like button, it helps this get to more people who need to see it. Number 3, North Carolina. North Carolina built its modern farm economy on poultry, not just milk. Chicken houses from Raleigh to Wilkes County produce millions of birds each month. But when Canada locked out poultry exports too, cold storage filled up overnight. Processors have too much inventory and fewer shifts to run. Egg producers are getting pennies per dozen, barely covering feed costs. Contract growers who built new barns on loans now stare at debt with no buyer in sight. It's not just farmers, hatcheries, feed suppliers, truckers, mechanics, they all ride the same wave. If it sinks, entire rural towns sink with it. Number 2, Georgia. Georgia's poultry powerhouse raised over 1 billion broiler chickens last year. Canada once soaked up tons of that surplus until Bill C-202 slammed the brakes. Processing plants in Gainesville and Carroll County are packed. Cold storage is full. Some plants are cutting back shifts. Growers are squeezed hard, stuck with flocks they must feed, but no price that covers it. Big integrators squeeze harder. Small contract farmers? They lose everything first. And local schools, clinics, diners, all funded by this chicken money, will feel it next. Number 1, Alabama. Alabama's poultry industry is the backbone of rural counties like Cullman and Marshall. Over 900 million broilers processed last year, but now nowhere to send them north. Cold storage is maxed. Small processors are trimming shifts. Families that built their lives on steady flocks now see payments dry up. It's a slow suffocation. Feed mills, mechanics, truckers, local groceries all lose when the poultry engine sputters. When the biggest industry in a rural state stumbles, schools shrink, clinics close, families move away. And it all started with one new Canadian law. These 10 states are just the start. If no new deals come fast, this shock will spread. So next time you pour milk or buy chicken, remember, real families stand behind every trade fight. Like, share, and subscribe if you want the truth no one's telling. Drop a comment, which state falls first? And stay with Globe Chaos Insights. Next, I'll show you which countries are stealing America's seat at Canada's table. Stay sharp, stay aware.